How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, bringing another episode in the Pokemon TCG series. So today, we're going to continue on the journey we're on at the moment, and that is working our way through every single theme deck in Pokemon TCG. So as you can see, we've made our way through quite a few. Every deck you see with a heart on is a deck I've played, and I currently own. And our last deck was actually the Blazing Volcano deck with Entei. Super fun with this deck. I had a lot of fun, a lot of bad luck, but I really do enjoy this deck, and I played a bit of it off screen as well, and I had a lot of fun. So now, today is a deck I'm actually quite looking forward to, and that's the Hydro Fury Swampert deck. Now, I don't remember ever playing with this deck. Playing against this deck. So I am super keen to try this out. This really will be a first impressions. So yeah, this video is going to be a first impressions of a Hydro Fury deck. Now, without further ado, let's pick it up and see what's inside. So, taking a first look at the cards. Nice new coin. Snover, Ice Shard. Oh, this is the same copy as the grass one in the energy loop deck, energy charge deck, with Sceptile. Sorry, I couldn't think of Sceptile's name. And then the Bomber Snow, Blessings of the Frost. Grab water energy from your graveyard, discard pile. I always make the mistake, and drop it on a Bomber Snow when you evolve it. Cool. I like this card in the energy charge deck, so I'm keen to see what it looks like in this deck. Skitty, Fake Out. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. That's always pretty good. Delcatty, Search for Friends. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may put 2 supporter cards from your discard pile into your hand. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Okay. Delcatty is definitely there as a support card. Dunsparce. Slugma, Magma Ring. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn, and Flare 20 damage. What does Evolution do? Macargo. Okay, it's the same one, the smooth over one. Same as the Entei deck, smooth over. Once during your turn before you may attack, you may search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, and then put that card on top of it. Cool. Same as the other one. Furfrou, always a nice card. Mudkip, let's see, this is what we're really here for. Tackle 10, Wave Splash 20, nothing special. Weak against grass. That's not a terrible thing considering there's not many grass decks in the meta at the moment. Marsh Stomp, Muddy Water. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, and then Surf for 70. Decent. And Swampert, the guy we're really here for. 160 HP, so it's decently beefy. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. I like that a lot. And then Hydro Pump, 80 damage for 3 energy. This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of energy, water energy attached to this Pokemon. So you should be getting out, what's that, 140 damage with this. Which is decent. Okay. Not bad from Swampert. I like it. Frost Rotom. That's cool. Rotomoto. If you have 9 or more Pokemon tool cards in your discard pile, ignore all energy in the attack cost of each of this Pokemon's attacks. Is it really going to matter? This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. That can actually do a lot of damage, but it's so situational. I don't think that Rotomoto's ever... I don't know how many Pokemon tool cards in this deck, but I'll be surprised if there's that many. Ultra Ball, Timer Ball, Switch, Rescue Stretcher, Nest Ball, Escape Rope, always happy seeing that card. Lure Ball, flip 3 coins. For each heads, put an evolution Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Okay, this deck is big on discarding. Lily, always happy. Lady, happy. Tate and Lisa, the Masked Royal. Attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your stage 2 Pokemon. Specifically grass, fire, or water. Okay, that's one way to get like Swampert online quicker. Draw 3 cards, Copycat, Apricot Maker. Oh, very nice. Search your deck for up to 2 item cards that have the word ball in their name, reveal them and put them into your hand. There's a lot of fetch in this deck. Hey, another Prof. And the rest of those cards. Okay. I think there's some potential in this. I'm liking the look of it. There's a lot of playing from your discard pile, which is quite interesting. So, let's see how Hydro Fury works on the Versus ladder. I really don't think I've ever played against this deck. I'm quite excited for this. Okay, where is Hydro Fury? There it is. So let's jump in. Let's see what we can do. Let's hopefully get that the 5 prize cards from this. The 5 event tokens from this. So jumping into our first game, we're actually up against a Charizard deck. This I'm quite happy with, as I think this is a good test of the deck. I would have preferred to run into this deck not in the first matchup, as I would like to at least get comfortable with this deck first. But hey, trial by fire. Quite literally. So let's see how this goes. I am playing with the water advantage, which is always quite nice. So I've got that going for me. But I am obviously concerned as this Charizard deck is very scary. And I don't know how this Swampert deck even functions. So this is going to be interesting. But I'm definitely keen to give it a try. And it looks like we're going straight into Mudkip. If I'm not mistaken, my opponent's actually going first, which is not terrible for me. So let's get Mudkip down first. If I get a lucky draw and get a Marshtomp out, this could actually be a pretty good hand. Maybe. I'm going to have some time, which is nice. Okay, I'm going first, which is not actually ideal. So let's go for a Nest Ball, and let's see. What basic Pokemon do I actually want? This Rotom's actually be quite nice later on. So as for right now, I don't know if I want Snover, or if I'm even considering the Skitty. Let's get the Slugma up, because I've only got one in my deck. The other one must be a prize card. And I would rather start working on Slugma's evolution into Macargo, because I really want to get that Smooth Over out as quickly as possible. So I get super lucky and draw into a Marshtomp or draw into a Macargo next turn. That'll be a big difference. I do have Apricorn Maker in my hand, which means I can go and look for those evolutions, which will be fantastic. I'm really keen for this. So let's see. Okay, we've got another Swampert. That doesn't really help us. Unfortunately, I can't play both of these. So let's definitely go for Apricorn Maker. And let's see. I think I want to go for Timer Ball and I want to go for Lure Ball. Wait, no, Lure Ball is for my discard pile. I don't want Lure Ball. The problem is Ultra Ball doesn't really help me right now because I don't have too much I want to discard. But it's better than nothing. And I've got nothing in my discard pile, so there's no point going for Lure Ball. So let's grab these two. Let's see. Do we get lucky? Here comes the question. Timer Ball. Yes and yes. Okay, that's fantastic because we can get Macargo and we can get ourselves a Marshtomp, which is absolutely fantastic. I am very happy with that. So let's get Macargo down. This deck plays quickly. I like this. Let's get Macargo down and let's get Marshtomp down. And let's evolve this Marshtomp. So put an energy on this Marshtomp. Let's drop a Smooth Over. And right now, what are we looking for? Right now, we're looking for draw. I've got a Professor already, so I'm not looking for draw right now. I think I want another Pokemon. And I wouldn't mind... I think I wouldn't mind a Skitty set up into Delcatty as soon as possible. Let's put Skitty on top. I don't want to Ultra Ball just yet. So let's go for Muddy Water. And let's put that damage on what will be Charizard. I'm liking this deck. It's got a lot of potential in terms of pulling out what you need. Now, if our opponent gets the Charizard off now, that's going to be very scary. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, that does suck, bud. I'm sorry. So I don't actually have energy right now. So let's Macargo this. And let's put a water energy right there. I'm very concerned right now that my opponent has a Charizard in their hand. Because if they do, I'm in serious trouble. Because if this Marshtomp, if this Swampert goes down, I'm in trouble. Okay. Now Power Draw. Once you turn, you may discard a card from your hand to draw 3 cards. I'm happy to do Power Draw, and I think I actually want to Power Draw the Ultra Ball. I don't know if that's the best play or not. Okay, this is quite a decent hand. I got some draw for next turn, which is always quite nice. And let's go for Hydro Pump. So this is definitely going to be far-fetched out. But now the question comes in is if my opponent has Charizard. Because if they do, my Swampert's going down. The fact that they went into Nidoran, I presume they don't. Okay, now they got Charizard for certain. Please don't retreat out. Yeah, I'm in serious trouble now. I was really worried about that. I was hoping they didn't have another Timer Ball in their hand as well. So that's unfortunate. But it's definitely not the end of the game. So I'm going to send Skitty in, just as a placeholder at the moment. Which is unfortunate, but hey. So let's send Skitty in. I want to get another... Ooh, does Rotom actually do anything? Rotom's never going to do anything because there's not going to be any energy attached there. So let's get that Skitty down. Before we do that, let's get... Is there anything I'm looking for? I do want a Bomber Snow, that's for sure. I want an Bomber Snow. That Lure Ball right now is also very nice. As is Delcatty. I think Delcatty actually makes the most sense. Just for Search for Friends. I know it's going to go down immediately. But I'm actually okay with that. So let's draw Delcatty out. Oh, this is quite a full hand in terms of everything else. So Delcatty, I want to get myself a Professor back. And I'll get myself an Apricorn Maker back. To bring out that Lure Ball. So let's put these back into our hands. Okay, now next off, I want to get myself a Nest Ball out to bring Mudkip back. Not Mudkip back, so it's to set up another Mudkip line. So let's bring Mudkip down, and let's put Mudkip on the bench. So my NCS is playing up a bit today. Then what I want to do is Pokemon Stretcher. Do I need a Pokemon Stretcher? Because I got the ball coming out next turn. What do I need from here? I got the ball coming out next turn, so I shouldn't need Pokemon Stretcher. And let's start charging up the... I think the Snova. Because I can be able to get into a Bomber Snow on the next turn. I don't need any of this. I guess I can get another Skitty down, just in case I get like another Delcatty or I need another sacrifice, basically. And I think that's my turn. So my logic is, next turn I need to use Smooth Over to bring out a Bomber Snow. Just to get my momentum going again, because that Nidoqueen's quite scary on the back line. I need to get rid of this Charizard ASAP. So let me get rid of the Charizard this turn, and then I can start charging up into my next Marshtomp. I like this deck. There's a lot of setup you can do. I'm definitely going to need a few more games to really get the engine going in the correct order. But I'm liking this so far. It certainly has a lot of potential. A lot of fun ways to play it. So I'm finding this quite interesting. My opponent's going into a Farfetch'd. I presume they see that they're going to be... Yeah, they're going to be knocked down. And my opponent's going to try and deal with that. Okay. My opponent saw the Bomber Snow coming out. So here's the question, do I still commit to it or not? Because I don't want to commit to it and the Charizard comes in and just makes my life a living hell for no reason. So, how can I put damage on this Farfetch'd other than charging up Delcatty, which I don't really want to do? I do think I want Bomber Snow regardless. So I think, let me get the Bomber Snow out. Because that's a card that can put some serious pressure on my opponent. I will do a draw 3 this turn to get a Bomber Snow out. So at least it's on the way to being charged up. And I can put the energy there. I can put this energy there. And I can put some pressure on my opponent. There's nothing else I need to do this turn. No. I don't think so. Okay, it's going to Cat Kick. Okay. I don't know if that was the right play. Oh, I'm being silly. I should have Pokemon Stretcher to bring back Marshtomp. Oh man, I forgot I had Swampert in my hand. Okay, next turn. Sorry, like I said, this really is the first impressions of this deck. So, do expect some mistakes. I am still learning with this deck. So, unfortunately, that means... Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I thought my opponent would actually go for a swap out into the Charizard. I'm really okay with this. It's giving me time to charge up my other Abomasnow. Because now I can charge this up, use Smooth Over, bring in a Abomasnow next turn, so that this Abomasnow can get the energies on it that it needs. Let's prof up this turn to make sure we get that draw off now. We've got 22 cards left in my deck, which is good. Let's Pokemon Stretcher and let's bring back our Marshtomp back to our hands so we can evolve our Mudkip. While this deck interacts so well with itself. I'm loving how this deck has been constructed. Let's charge up this Abomasnow who can come online next turn. And let us cat kick away this Farfetch'd. We're now hitting prize cards. I know Delcatty's going to go down next turn. That's okay. Because I've got an Abomasnow who's going to come in and make my opponent's life very difficult. My opponent does have a Rapidash on the back line, which is unfortunate. But Abomasnow can O-hit KO it, which is quite nice. I'm liking this deck, the Swampert deck. I definitely need a few games with it to see if it's fantastic or not. But it is hell of a fun to play. And I like what you can do with it. As I've said before, I love a deck that makes you think. And I love a deck that makes you plan. This deck is doing it for me. And I like it. I love when a deck has combos. And this one certainly has it. In abundance. Alright, I got another Mudkip. So I can get this going again. So let's get this moving. Let's evolve this Swampert. Let us evolve this Abomasnow. So we can put an energy onto our main Abomasnow. So we can charge up there. Let us use Macago first. To use Smooth Over. And what do I want on top? What I want on top is an escape rope. I want options. How else can I... Wait, how... There was another thing that let you charge up energies. And I think it was that that masked card. Which I presume is one of my prize cards. So I want escape rope because I want options. Okay. Then I can use Swampert's power draw ability to get rid of the Frost Road. Let's get rid of the Slugma. I don't think I'm going to need it. Get rid of Slugma to draw a whole bunch of cards. I don't need a Professor this turn. I don't actually want a Professor this turn. Apricorn Maker I would be okay with playing this turn because it means I can pick up Lure Ball and I can put this back in my hand. I don't need Lure Ball just yet, but I will need it very, very soon with Abomasnow going down. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. We can now go for an attack. So, Hypno Hammer. Goodbye, Charizard. And let's see what comes out next. I presume my opponent will go into Rapidash next, yeah. And hopefully, I presume they're going to go for an agility stall. And try and stall out with agility. It's difficult. It makes my life a bit difficult. Yeah, no surprise there. Charizard goes back into the deck and the Queens call it back out. Which means I need to have another Pokemon online pretty soon. My problem with energies, I'm struggling with energies this game. I'm really struggling with energies this game. I hope my opponent doesn't get agility off. Okay, they don't, which means I can actually get something done with this Rapidash. Now, I wish there was a way for this Mudkip to get a KO, but I just don't know. I need another energy on this Mudkip, and I don't know how to get the energy there. I don't think I can. Because my logic was if I can get another energy on this Mudkip, Wave Splash with Professor will actually get a knockout on... Oh, well, Intermediate 90 HP. I was trying to get a cheeky snipe off there. Because the problem is this Charizard's coming in and it's going to make my life very, very difficult. So what I want to do is I want to get an energy attached to Swampert. I want to get a Smooth Over going to make sure my next draw is pretty good. And my Smooth Over, I want to be a Delcatty. I think Delcatty makes most sense to bring back cards back to my hand. I don't need to use Professor this turn. I don't need to draw this turn. I'm worried about drawing my hand out, unfortunately. Drawing my deck out. Let's Lure Ball. Let's see what we get back. Tails and heads. I get one back from here. I can take either Swampert back, which at the moment I don't need. I should have brought Marshtomp out last turn. And Delcatty I can bring out now. Let me bring out Swampert for now. I can work out a way to bring back a Marshtomp later on. I don't need any of this just yet. I don't want to draw this out just yet. Yeah, let's go for it. Hypno Hammer. I'm a bit disappointed in losing this Abomasnow next turn, as I already committed 4 energies to it, which is really unfortunate. Because now Charizard's going to come in and make my life difficult. Okay. This is what I needed to get rid of that Charizard. Okay, attach basic energy card from your hand to one of your stage 2 Pokemon. Okay, that's quite good because I can then charge up the Swampert with that. And then once I play it, I can bring it back with Delcatty to do it again. The question is, I need to bring back Marshtomp somehow. I can't remember if I saw another Marshtomp in my deck. I really don't remember seeing another Marshtomp in my deck, which is a problem. Okay, let's get Swampert in. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's the Delcatty, which I need in a second. First, I need to put an energy onto Swampert. Then I need to play the Masked Royal to put another energy onto Swampert. Then what I need to do is use Macargo to see if I can bring out... Oh, no, I want Marshtomp. To bring out Marshtomp, who I can use to evolve that Mudkip next turn. Now I can evolve the Delcatty to bring back the Masked Royal again. So I can do that whole trick again and bring back another Professor just to make sure my damage is out there. So that's looking pretty good. I don't need to use Escape Rope this turn. And now Swampert could actually use a Power Draw this turn, which I don't think is a bad idea. Let's get rid of the Furfrou. We're not going to use Furfrou. And got Marshtomp again, but it got an energy, which is what my main concern was, because I need a lot of energy to get this Mudkip online super fast. We can get that evolution out actually this turn as well. We've got a Lady for next turn, which is great news. Everything else is looking pretty good, and let's go for Hydro Pump. This is Charizard down. I need one more KO. My opponent still has 3 prize cards to get through, which gives me time. How much damage is this Nidoqueen going to deal? Not enough. They went on a Charizard? Oh, Charizard will get the KO if they put an energy onto it, which is super unfortunate. Muddy Water with Professor won't do enough damage. There's only 40 that deals 80 damage. That's not enough. So I'm going to have to drop one of my other Pokemon, unfortunately. Yeah, that's enough. So what now I need to do is essentially just waste a turn, sending in Delcatty, just letting my opponent actually just do something. And then I'll be able to get the KO with Marshtomp. I can't actually get 2 energies on it because it needs to be a stage 2 Pokemon. So I need to evolve it to Swampert. So there's no way I'll be able to get 3 energies on Swampert this turn. Because I was thinking of like a sneaky swap into Ponyta for the damage, but there's no way I can get 2 energies off in time. That's okay. I think if I just play it cool, I let Swampert go down, I let Delcatty go down, and then my new Swampert closes me the game, I think I'll be okay. So let's send out Delcatty. Let Delcatty just go down. I'm okay with that. I can always escape rope into the Swampert that I need to. So let's bring Swampert out. Got 11 cards left in my deck, so that's okay. Let's start charging up the Swampert. Let's use Master Royal to charge up the Swampert. I'm still 1 energy short, so I don't want to swap into this thing just yet. Let's see, anything else I want to do right now? I don't think so. Hold off on Escape Rope. Smooth over, there's nothing I really need to smooth over, but let's go through my deck and see if there's anything I need. I guess I could always use a switch just to make it easier in case Escape Rope doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's any way my opponent can disrupt my plan. I think I'm good. Because Roaring Resolve doesn't matter, you can get the KO on Delcatty. Swampert comes in next turn and ends the game. And I'm good to go. Oh, I'm not good to go. I can't knock out Nidoqueen in a single hit. But that's okay, because I can Escape Rope. Yeah, I can Escape Rope, that's okay. Whew, I'm glad I held on to Escape Rope. Because I can force the swap then, which is good. Because if Escape Rope forces your opponent to swap first. Each player switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. Your opponent switches first. So, let's go into a Bomber Snow. Let's charge up Swampert. And let's end the game. Let's go there. Let's get as much damage off as possible. The problem is this is actually not going to get a KO. I completely forgot that. Because it's only dealing 100, 120, 140, 160. Oh, that's enough. With Professor, that's enough. Let's Professor this up. And this should be game? Yeah, that's game. I forgot Professor added just enough damage to close it. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I like this deck. Huh. It's got a lot of potential. This deck has got a lot of potential. Okay. Okay. Hey, I got the 5 event tokens, which is always quite nice. I've got 12 hours to pick up these boosters and then to pick up the Silvally GX. I don't know if that's going to happen in time. How's it going, everyone? Sorry for the slight break there. I actually ended up finding a second game. Super fun game. I got like 3 turns in. Perfect start. And my network dropped. And I got disconnected. Which really sucks. It was such a great game. And it was actually against Soaring Skies as well, which I was super keen to test the deck against. But it happens. It's very frustrating. Something I really get irritated by the Pokemon TCG game. There's no way to reconnect to a game if you get disconnected. Yeah, I know it's life, but it's really frustrating. Who do I want to go into first? I think I want to go into Furfrou first. Because I can always switch out into something later on down the line. Now, at least Furfrou can get some basic damage off. So let's see what my opponent goes into. This is a pretty strong opening hand. If I've got somewhere to bring out Marshtomp, then I'm sorted. Only problem is I don't have energies. So, there's energy. Now, I don't know if I want to put this energy onto Furfrou, or if I want to put this energy onto someone else. I think I want to Furfrou it for now, because I don't really have a better option. I might need Furfrou's return on the next turn. I'm hoping not. Worst case scenario, I can just retreat Furfrou and reattach the energy with a Bomber Snow. So I've got that going for me. One of my opponents going to attack me? I hope not. There's no reason they won't, actually. Discard energy. There's no way they won't attack me. Because the thing is, I can actually get a sneaky... Oh, if I draw an energy, I can get a sneaky KO. Let's see. Let's go for Professor. Let's go for Professor. I just need to draw an energy here. That's actually okay, because I can get a really sneaky KO. But I can put an energy on Mudkip. Right. I can retreat Mudkip. I can retreat Furfrou into Mudkip. I can then Bomb Snow to put that energy back onto Mudkip for Wave Splash. And that now deals enough damage to get the KO. That worked. I'm okay with that. I don't really want to see another Mudkip. It's not a great start. I desperately need to see a Marshtomp right now. Marshtomp will make a huge difference to my current life. But hey, let's see what happens. I don't know if this current active Mudkip is going to be turning into Swampert. I would certainly like that to happen. But whether it's actually going to happen or not, I don't know. Slugma, whilst I'm happy to see, is not what I'm happy to see right now. Let's get this other Mudkip going. And let's... Oh, okay. My opponent just yielded. I feel like it's a bit early to yield. But okay. A win's a win, I guess. Cool. So, moving on to our next... sorry. My apologies. I'm going on to our next game now. So, this deck really is a lot of fun. Because it gives you options. Okay, we're actually going up against the Kyogre deck. Which I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not really worried about my fire-type Pokemon. Because I'm, like I said, I'm never going to be using Kyogre to attack. That might have been in the video. In the game that I didn't actually end up saving for this video. So anyway, I don't ever plan on really attacking with Kyogre. Kyogre's in this deck purely for its Pokemon power. 3 energies for like a 50 damage attack. Not worth it. You got better things to spend your energy on. Okay. This is not fantastic. Not fantastic, but not terrible. There's certainly options. My opponent has the evolution as Apom. If my opponent has Ambipom, I'm gonna have a really tough game. Or if I don't get this paralysis off. I really need to get this paralysis off. Let's make it the skitty down. Let's prof this up. What do we get? Another Delkitty. This is not a good opening hand. Okay, let's fake this out. Do we get a paralysis? We do get a paralysis. Okay, that is huge. That I am very, very, very happy by. Because now, next turn, I can use Lady, get a Delkitty out, get Lady, and get Professor back to my hand, which is huge. Oh, no, don't switch me out with Whirlpool Suction. Alright, I forgot Evolving, get rid of special conditions. Whoops. That was me being incredibly silly. Well played to my opponent right there. Yeah, now I'm in trouble. This is not the position I want to be sitting in. This is still not the position I want to be sitting in because this is actually game. How many energies does my opponent have discarded? Currently none. So, to stay in this game, I actually need to escape rope. So we're going to escape rope. And who's my opponent going to switch into? Okay, that's okay. Kyogre's okay. We're going Lady because there's no reason not to use Lady right now. Get ourselves a Fire Energy because apparently we need it. We're going to drop a Fire Energy on Slugma. And we're actually going to use Magma Ring, which will prevent my opponent from retreating. So if my opponent has a way to switch, I'm good, and I'm done. Well, not I'm good, but like, I'm as good as done. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. If my opponent doesn't have a way to switch out this Kyogre, I've bought myself a little bit of time. Bought myself one turn. It's not much, but it's something. I don't know how to bring back this game. My opponent's going to be coming online next turn with this Kyogre. That's game. Well played. Oh well, some bad rules there. Some silly mistakes on my side. Yeah, I completely dorked there forgetting that evolution gets rid of paralysis. I don't know how I brain farted that one out. But oh well, it happens. Well played, my friend. But that is game. Okay, bit of a disappointing game. I will jump into one more, just to make this a bit more viable. We are 2 for 1 so far with this deck, which is quite nice. I'm quite happy with it so far. That was a bit of a disappointing game, but that was more of a disappointing game because of really, really bad draws. I don't feel like it was bad plays in that last one, other than me just being an idiot. So going to Laser Focus, this is quite a cool matchup. Neither of us are playing into weaknesses, which is always quite nice. And Laser Focus I still hold as a very good deck. Laser Focus is definitely still a very good deck in my hand. A very good deck in my opinion. Talking about my hand sucks. For those of you who watch my channel regularly, you know how often I mulligan. I think, was it the Entei deck or the Raikou deck where I had to mulligan like 3 times. So this is a very familiar opening hand. I think Skitty makes more sense because I need the Slugma in the backline to turn into a Macago eventually. Leobold does nothing for me. A big fat Pokemon for Skitty to get through. Another bad start. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, everyone. This is a bad start. Okay, well, presume Necrozma's coming out. Yep, there goes Necrozma. Oh, here it comes, Necrozma, sorry. So that's obviously concerning. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. So I guess we're just gonna be using fake out and just fake it till we make it. That's all we can do. Hey, my opponent got paralyzed, so that's a thing that happened. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference. I definitely, like, this deck runs a lot of support, a lot of draw cards, a lot of ways to bring out what I need. I need those cards quite badly right now. To say I'm in a bad position would be an understatement. Let's see. Yeah, there's Malamar. This is scary because this Laser Focus deck has had a pretty decent start. Oh, that's a Necrozma next turn. Oh, that's difficult to deal with. I don't have a way to deal with that actually. Okay, Mudkip, it's a step in the right direction. Certainly a step in the right direction, but it's not what I need right now. I think Apricorn Maker is like the best thing I could draw. Yeah, that no paralysis there just killed Skitty. Skitty's definitely going down this next turn. Slugma will have to come in. I'm just gonna buy time until I get a Marshtomp out. I need to get Marshtomp out. And I need to get Swampert out. At the moment, Swampert's my only way of bringing this back. So basically, I need to get Marshtomp out this next turn. If I don't, it's probably going to be game. My opponent was able to get Necrozma online turn 3, which is scary. It's very scary having Necrozma online so quickly. And I don't think I have an answer to this. Man, another unlucky game. It's really unfortunate. Sometimes you just get bad draws. And this has happened. So let's see. That does not help me. So I'm just going to carry on throwing my opponent prize cards. Ah, this is frustrating. Yeah. Oh, they got a Silvally in their hand as well, which is quite nice. My opponent's had a really good start. Like I said, Laser Focus is still a great deck. I was playing with a bit over the weekend to get through some of my daily challenges. Super fun. If it's one of those decks, if you don't have it yet, and you've got 500 points lying around, I'll pick it up. It's different, it's fun, it's effective, it's reliable. I still hold it's one of the most reliable decks I've ever played. Because it's able to just get its answers out all of the time. And that is currently not happening in my life with this deck. So yeah, well played, my friend. This is game. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I think I might have another video with this deck. I'm just really enjoying playing it. And I feel like it still has a lot of potential. Which these last two really bad games in a row haven't really helped highlight. And I really want to showcase this deck a lot more. Really? My opponent knows they've won. So yeah, I'll most likely have another game with this deck. Possibly coming out soon. I do have a video in the works for some of the best ways to get Pokecoins. As well as for a lot of people who have been commenting on my channel, is that quite a number of them are actually quite new to Pokemon. And because of that, I'd really like to get just basically help as much as I can in terms of advice for starting out. And one of the most common questions for starting out is what do you do to get the Pokecoins? Which I understand, we've all been through it. I'm grinding it now, as you can see. So I think expect within this next week to see that video come out. And it's really going to be my tips, tricks, and hints for getting as many Pokecoins as you can. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And before I pick up a new deck, I'm going to give the Swampert deck one more try. It's super fun. I'm enjoying it. And I think it has the potential to do really well. So I don't want to just neglect it already. I think it's got the chance to do well. So let's Pokemon Stretcher. Let us bring back our Mudkip just because why on earth not? So let's drop Mudkip. Let's drop a Lure Ball to bring back Marshtomp. That's okay, we only needed Marshtomp anyway. Bring back Marshtomp. Let's put that energy there. And let's just sit and wait. Yeah, this game's over regardless. So yeah, definitely expect quite a few more videos. I've actually got quite a bad week ahead of me in terms of work. So don't expect a video every day. But I'll certainly try and get a video out probably on Thursday and Saturday is what I'm aiming for. And yeah, hopefully get those two videos out again. And I'm hoping my work schedule opens up a bit more. So I'll be able to get out a few more videos next week. And we can see how that goes. Because I'd like to start getting out a few more videos in a week than just two. Ideally, I want to get to the stage where I'm putting out about 5 videos a week. But it's going to take some time. I need to work out a better work schedule than I have at the moment. So it's going to take some time, but I hope to get there. And I really want to focus on Pokemon. As I've realized that that's what pretty much everyone is here to see. I have tried, as you've seen with previous games, Overwatch and Mana Strike, 2 prime examples. And they're not really picking up as many views as Pokemon does. And so I'd rather make content that people actually want to appreciate and use. So yeah, thanks for sitting through that. Bit of a bad last game. Ended up 2 for 2 with this deck. A lot of fun though. I'm definitely going to give it another chance. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. As I said, I'm playing through all of the theme decks. As you can see, I've gone through a number of them already. And just expect more and more like this. I'm loving going through all the theme decks. I'm loving seeing the older ones. I think it's fun. It's bringing something new to the game. So please do consider liking and subscribing. It really does help me out. My channel's growing. I am blown away by how much it's growing. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. It just blows my mind that you guys are enjoying my stuff so much. So thank you for watching. I'm really glad that these videos are helping and that you're enjoying them. So thank you again. And yeah, cheers everyone. Enjoy.